What's up, you beautiful bastards? My name's Sanchez. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's just jump right into it. Wait, originality. I forgot. Okay, let me just do something original now. Alright. What up? What's up, guys? How long has it been? It's been too long. I don't remember the last time that I made a video. A couple months ago? Something like that? But yeah, I've been gone for a while. I probably look a little bit different because I haven't been shaving, really. Been letting the beard grow out. You know, I grew a beard, got weird, and disappeared into the mountains. Nothing but clowns down here. But we ain't fucking around right here. You know, I'm getting older. You could obviously tell by looking at the beard. There's some gray in there. There's some gray on this side too, not as much as this side. And I got some gray coming in the hair too. This was something that I was a little bit insecure about a while back, to the point where I would shave because I could see the grays coming in, and I was like, I don't want girls to know that I'm getting old, man, because I'm still attracted to those 18-year-olds, man. I'm totally attracted to them, so it's like if I want to lure them in, I got to pretend like I'm somewhere like around that age. So it was just an insecurity, and I kept doing it, and then just out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if I'm old? Like, I don't even care. And I just started rocking it. Started growing this thing out, and you know, I don't mind it so much anymore. I like that I'm getting old. I like that I have gray hairs and I'm getting old. It's part of life, you know? I even got gray hairs on my balls now. I wanted to talk about my dating life. Why do I want to talk about this? I don't know. Because it's frustrating, I guess. It's frustrating to be me and to be a person who's like woke and out of the matrix in a sense, you know, and going into this whole game and trying to like figure it out. It's a little bit more difficult than your normal everyday person who's just trying to go out there and get laid. It's a little bit more difficult for me and challenging for various reasons. But well, first of all, like, I've been out of the dating game for a while. I don't know, I just didn't really put that much effort into the opposite sex. Yeah, up until recently, and it just kind of dawned on me that, you know, I need to start. I'm getting older, and I do want to start a family, and I'm not going to be able to start a family by just chilling in my apartment all day and just messing around, doping around, doing nothing. So yeah, so I started kind of kicking the ball around in a sense, but it's weird because if you haven't been gaming for a while and then you just jump back into it, you get rusty. You get freaking rusty. And that's basically what I've been is rusty during this whole time. And it's just been a challenge. So anyways, jumping into it, like, okay, I'm going to get back into the game. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to start talking to girls. And you know what? Off the bat, I'm letting you know right now, I don't do the hookup websites. I don't do Tinder. I don't do none of that stuff. I tried it years ago. Plenty of Fish is what I tried, and it was cool. It was decent. Like, I got a date out of it. But I don't know. I just always felt like it's cheating. Like, it's kind of cheating, and it is in a sense. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be that easy to just go around and just hook up with people. Like, it's a hookup site. It's what it is. I mean, what else can you call it? Yeah, so I don't do that. You know what I do? I do the old-fashioned talk to girls face to face. Yeah, that thing that people used to do back in the days, that's what I'm all about. I enjoy it. I think it's what we're supposed to be doing as human beings. So that's what I do. So basically what I do is I walk up to girls in the streets or in a library or at a store or whatever, like in everyday life, basically. Except I'm not at a library in everyday life, but you get my point. And I just think that interaction between two strangers talking to each other, and one of them saying, hey, I want to mate with you, I want to smash, like that one bird in the meme, like, let me smash. But, you know, not in that way. But like, yeah, one person trying to get to know another person, and one of them's like, hey, I wanted to get to know you because I'm attracted to you. And the other person's like, what the heck? It's a very interesting dynamic. But with that, with this whole approaching girls in the streets and talking to people face to face, there's a lot of challenges when it comes to that. And mainly it's the challenges that one has to get over, and it has to do with rejection, getting rejected. Getting rejected is not easy, ladies. I'm sure you can imagine, but oh my God, it's hard. Well, there's a secret to this whole thing, is that the secret is it's not even that hard. But it when you're in the moment, it's a different story. The fear starts to build up, and you see a person you're attracted to, you want to talk to them. And then just the thoughts start going into your head about, oh, this person doesn't want to talk to you. This person's out of your league. There's no way this is going to happen. You talk yourself out of it most of the time, but when you finally get frustrated enough, as I have, you just like, no, screw that. I'm going to go for it. I don't care if I look like a fool. And more than likely, you just end up looking like a fool. So yeah, again, if you're not in the game for a while, it's rust. There's nothing but rust. So yeah, and you can kind of see it too when in the last video that I posted of Joe Biden's new job. And the beginning of the video, I'm getting rejected by girls, right? And that's kind of the point of the video. But I kind of secretly was hoping that I would succeed too. I was bombing left and right, which is cool for the video because that was the whole point, was for me to get rejected and do horribly, but I actually really did horribly. So it's like, those were the first steps of me kind of just getting back into the game. And yeah, rejection sucks. After the first, second, third, the fifth one, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Is it my face? Well, yeah, it's gotta be my face, but like, aren't some girls, good people enough to where they can ignore what I look like, you know what I mean? And possibly, like, maybe this guy's like a cool dude, and it's just like, it hurts. It hurts. You start doubting yourself as a human being and as a man. Oh my God, what am I doing? You know what? Maybe I'll just I don't know. Maybe I'll move to a different country, try to hook up with one of those girls. They want to become Americans anyways. Maybe I'll just go that route. And then after failure and failure and failure, you might get one that's like, yeah, all right, I'll give you my phone number. And you're just like, oh, wait, I understand, you're a busy girl and you can't, wait, hold on, did you say yes? Yeah, I said yes. Oh, fantastic. Great. I don't know what to do. I haven't gotten this far before. Why don't you just take my phone number down on your phone, and why don't we do that? Oh, yeah, exactly. You get your phone out and you're like, okay, let me unlock it. And then you're like, okay, let me find the contacts. Here it is. And you're like, okay. And you're trying to type these numbers in, and your hand's shaking. Your hand's fucking shaking, and you're trying to act cool. And just like, you know what? Here, just you do it. And you just hand him the phone and just kind of stand there like, all right, awkward silence, cool. It's crazy, but all those rejections, and then you finally get a phone number, and after that you feel like, I've got hoes in different area codes, hoes, area codes. It's a pretty awesome feeling, and then you could only get better after that. You just have to keep going, But yeah, so the frustrations that I have, the struggles that I've been having anyways, is that being a conspiracy theorist, I call myself a conspiracy theorist because that's what normal people would consider me. I don't think I'm that at all. I think I'm just a person who pays attention to what's going on in the world. But being that, I'm aware of so many of these things. And in the dating game, it's challenging to either one, find a girl who's like that, or two, find a girl who might be open to something like that. I heard this conspiracy guy too in the truth movement, and he was talking about, when it comes to dating, don't even get a girl, just get a girl, and don't ever talk to her about conspiracies. Maybe bring it up every once in a while, but don't let that be the focus. Just let it be romantic. And I kind of have to disagree big time. Why? Because I've been in a relationship where the conspiracies weren't reciprocated at all. Nice person, great girl, but nothing that I was looking into was penetrating this girl's mind. As a matter of fact, she was like blocking everything, like, and yeah, we had problems. We had a bunch of problems. You know, my main thought when it comes to dating is looking at the girl and then thinking to myself, how brainwashed is this girl? How brainwashed is she? Is there a scale? There's probably a scale, but like, just trying to figure it out. And then on top of that, that would pretty much give me an idea of how much work I would have to put in order to try and unbrainwash her, in a sense. I've dated plenty of girls, and with almost all of them, there is work that you have to put in, and it can be a struggle sometimes because people are built in with they've been downloaded with so much information. They have certain beliefs, and they're so hard on these beliefs. And for me, I come at it from a very simplistic way, and I have pretty good morals, so I'm very moral when it comes to this stuff. And I know the history of what's going on. I know the brainwashing, in other words, and it can take a really long time to chip away. And I'm willing to do the work. It just depends on if the girl wants the work to be done on her or not. But yeah, I had certain things, man, like that I've had my little struggles here and there, you know. Certain things that me personally as a guy, like I need to. This has to be. I don't compromise with this. I can't be with somebody who doesn't see things in these particular ways. And there's a lot of them that I have. And it's okay if a girl doesn't have those beliefs when I first meet her. But as we start dating and I start chipping away at whatever propaganda might have been implanted in her brain, I need to make sure that she's open to at least hearing it. And if the ideas are powerful enough that she might change her mind. It's not like this thing of like, oh, I want to win, I want to brainwash her. It's more like it's an unbrainwashing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting into a lot of details. But yeah, no, like a couple weeks back, it was pretty interesting because I have been going out a little bit more and talking to more girls, and the schedule gets filled up. It really does. You know, all my week is just packed up. Like I'm going on a date with this girl on this day, and the next day I'm hanging out with another one. And sometimes they conflict with each other. But it's like, oh no, I can't. I'm busy that day. But it's like I'm gonna be with another hoe. You know, I had 3 hoes lined up at one point in time. It was cool. I got hoes. But yeah, now I'm back to just one. But it's fun. It's fun to like just go out and actually talk to people and get to know. And I say hoes, I don't mean that they're hoes. Not at all. They're fine girls. They're good girls. It's just I'm being funny. The other day, I walked up to this girl and yeah, I didn't even see what she looked like. She was actually just walking by herself, and I thought she had a really nice body. So I was like, I'm gonna go up to her. So I ran up to her and had this really cheesy pickup line that I used. And I tapped her on the shoulder and I was like, excuse me. And I was like, hey, I think you dropped something back there. And she was even like, oh, what? For real? And she opened up her purse. She's like, what? She's looking at her purse. And I was like, yeah, you dropped my heart. That was the line that I used, right? And she was kind of like, what the heck? This girl was not having it. She was like creeped out. She was walking away from me. And I was like, wait, I want to meet you. I actually do want to meet you. And I was just started talking to her. Hey, my name's Sanchez. She's like, how's your name Sanchez? That's not a name. I know. I did the whole explanation. And I was just trying to talk her into it. This girl was from Mexico. And she was visiting, right? And she was actually on her way back to the hotel because she's going to go back to Mexico the next day. So I was like, oh, so you're technically still on vacation. Cool. And I was trying to talk her into like having a beer or something. And she was like, no beers. Like, what? I don't even know who you are, dude. Who are you? I'm like, I'm Sanchez. I'm talking to you. She's like, yeah, but I don't know who you are. I don't know what the heck. She was very like, what the heck? Get away from me, dude. But no, after like talking to her for a little bit, yeah, she was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm walking in that direction. So if you want to walk with me, you can. But that's it. Oh, yeah, for sure. So after a minute showing my personality and making her laugh, like she eventually was kind of like, all right, I have one beer with you. One beer. So we went to a spot and we got a beer and it was cool. And then flash forward, we kept talking. I kept making her laugh. She spoke Spanish. She had like this like deep accent. It was very cute. And you know, I talked her eventually into another beer. We ended up having like 4 beers. Like that's how cool it was. She ended up spending the night with me. I mean, not in the apartment, but like we spent the night together. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. And at the end of it, I made a move. Like I went for a kiss and we got to make out. And I know to some of you out there is like, so who cares? Like that's nothing. Like yeah, it's probably nothing to you. And to her, it was like, from what she was explaining, it's like she's never done anything like that. She kept saying like, this is crazy. We don't do this in Mexico. People don't do this. People don't talk to each other in the street and try to like have a beer with him. Like that doesn't happen. And let alone make out with them at the end of the night. So, little did she know that I had never done that either. But I was playing it cool. Like, yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. No big deal. In reality, I was like, fuck, I'm about to fuck this shit up. So yeah, I was like spitting game in Spanish too. Like I was speaking in Spanish, spitting game. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But it really boosted up my confidence. So it was cool. I'm not the most confident guy in the world, Ladies, I know you look at me and go, oh, this guy just oozes confidence. But nah, not really. But yeah, it boosted up my confidence and I was like, tengo hoes. Tengo hoes. En diferentes códigos de área. Códigos de área. Hoes. I don't really know how to translate hoes in Spanish. So you're just gonna have to deal with my translation. If you know how to translate hoes into Spanish, leave it in the comments below and maybe I'll change the song. It was a rough draft anyways. It's gonna get better. It's just, it's a struggle to deal with the crap. Because girls have to deal with things that, I know what they have to deal with. They have to deal with dudes on dating websites that are freaking creepers. That are like texting them eventually and they get their number and then they just randomly will send a dick pic when they're not even expecting, like, what the hell is this? This guy's a freaking weirdo. Some girls are into that, I guess. I don't know. Well, there's a reason why guys are doing that. Like, that's weird. How did that occur? How did that happen where dudes are sending their dicks to girls randomly? Like, I would never send my dick to a girl. Like, that's my dick. Like, I don't want my dick being out there. Person to person, yeah, for sure. Hey, here's my dong. What up? But putting it in digital format and then sending it to someone, that's too risky, man. That's too risky. Granted, if girls do it to me, that's like, I don't mind at all, for sure. And I'm not a sleazebag that I'm going to like spread it around and put it on the internet or anything. Like, I understand that it's personal and I keep it to myself. That song, I don't know. I heard that song and it's been stuck in my head. And I was actually hearing it now and the lyrics are bad. Ludacris is not that great of a rapper. Have you ever noticed that? Ludacris raps, he'll say an entire sentence and he might rhyme the last syllable or the last 2 syllables, and that's the only thing that rhymes in the entire sentence. Whereas Eminem, like every other word is like rhyming with each other, and then the next sentence is like it all connects together. Ludacris is very simple rapping, and just hearing the lyrics to that "I've Got Hoes" song or Area Codes was pretty funny because it just like, huh, what? Actually, let me see, dude. I know I'm going off the subject. But the video, what is it? In the video, what was it? He says, in one of the lyrics, he says, I Bangkok in Bangkok. And it's like, you Bangkok in Bangkok? And this goes with my theory that I have that 95% of the rappers out there are secretly gay. This is a theory that I have. And I truly believe it. I think 95% of the rappers are gay or had to do some gay shit in order to get into the game. And listening to that lyric makes me wonder, like, Ludacris, are Bangkok and Bangkok? You could have worded that a little bit better. I get my cock banged in Bangkok. Or I don't know, something, but I didn't sound right. All right, let's get up. Area codes. Luda! Okay, yeah. And check this out. At this video, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copy strucken. I don't know what you call it, but dude. At the end of this video, there's this boat that shows up. Like something out of like, you know, a war movie where they're like, you know, a fleet of men come out just blasting on the shore. One of those type of things. So he gets a whole boat of hose coming off of this boat thing, right? Where is it at? Oh, here it is. So here it is. He's looking at the hose coming off of the boat. He's all stoked, like, yeah. And all these chicks are running out. And at the end, this freaking guy right here, he's the last one to come off of the boat. Last one to come off of the boat. And he's in the boat with a hose. And like he gives Ludacris a little wink. Like, and then he's like, Ludacris is like, yeah. He's looking at the, oh yeah. Like, huh? Ludacris, is that your favorite hoe out of all of them? Is that dude winking? I don't know, man. It just makes me think twice about the whole thing. But I think, yeah, probably gay. Which, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Anyways. No, I can't. I'm talking shit about his lyrics, but there's no way I could ever do a song like that. Like, if Area Codes was a song that I would do, it would not be as cool. It would be pretty fucking short. Wait, what? Okay. After the song starts, you got Nate Dogg would do the chorus, I got hoes, and after he sings that, then I would come in with the rap, like 909-951-760-626. Actually, wait. No, I never got that girl. I never actually got that one. Yeah, that one fell through. That one, yeah, that's it. I've got hoes. I've got hoes. I think people would be pissed to be like, Sanchez, hey, we're your fans and everything, but that last song you did was like 38 seconds long. What gives? I didn't have that many area codes to cover. I didn't have a lot of hoes. What do you want me to do? Lie? Rappers don't lie. So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. There's certain things that I need the girl I'm dating to see. We need to be eye to eye on that. And one of them is the vaccine thing. Like for me, I understand what's going on with that whole conspiracy. And I don't trust vaccines at all. Like I get that there's a science behind it. I understand that. However, I don't trust the people who are in charge of vaccinations. The pharmaceutical companies, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. So even though there may be some truth to that science, the people who are in charge of it are evil. So in my head, I'm not going to vaccinate my kids, period. I don't care what happens. It's not the law for you to not vaccinate your kids or for you to forcibly vaccinate your kids. Not yet, anyways. But they try to make it seem like it is the law. A lot of people think that it is, but it's not. I'm not going to vaccinate my kids. And I need to be with someone that sees it that way as well. You know, and the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because I have a nephew who's affected by vaccines. My little nephew was injured by a vaccine. That's clearly what it was. I was there. His parents were there. We all witnessed it. They're currently fighting it right now to try to get some sort of compensation. But there's no doubt in our minds that that's what it is. After it happened, we did the research and we found out like, oh shoot, this is actually a crazy conspiracy to damage kids from an early age. So guess what? For the rest of their lives, they have to be in the system and paying into it for healthcare. It sounds really shady, and a lot of people like they don't believe that that would ever happen. But yeah, we live in a crazy world where that's happening. But yeah, if a girl, for example, I dated this one girl where we were talking about it, and I was like, I will never vaccinate my kids. And she's like, I will. I am going to vaccinate my kids. And I said, really? Even after my nephew? Like, you were there when that all happened, and you after the research that we've done, you're still like, yeah, I'm going to vaccinate my kids because I don't want them to get hurt. I was like, well, I'm not going to vaccinate my kids because I don't want my kid to get hurt, possibly. She's like, no, I don't feel that way at all. I'm going to protect them from little viruses here and there. And I told her off the bat, I was like, well, then it sounds like me and you are never going to have kids together. And that was the truth. Yeah, she got really sad. Yeah, she started crying, but that's the truth. I'm not going to have a kid with someone who's going to risk their life or risk them getting autism or whatever autoimmune disease you're going to get just because of this fear that's been implanted into people's head of them getting chickenpox. Ooh, they're going to get chickenpox. People have had chickenpox. Oh, they're going to get smallpox. Fucking nobody has that shit anymore. Like, the kid is good. Human beings have existed for how long before vaccines? Vaccines is only a 300-year-old technology. Before that, people were born just fine. So why is it that today it's like, oh no, you have to get your kid vaccinated? Like, no, you don't. And you know what? Sometimes kids die. So like this fear of like, oh well, my kid might die. Well, yeah, kids die sometimes. It's always been like that. There's always complications. Anyways, I'm going off the cuff. What's the point? The point of this video. Is there a point? Yeah, there's a point. There's a very good point. Listen up, guys. Out of all the things that I said today, you have to understand that the most important thing you got to do is